formation lap has started.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sim Court. I need your help and advice because I was subjected to severe touching in this race. Severe! My wheel stopped working. So when people had asked about if my wheel kept disconnecting, and I was like, no! Yes!
Green flag.
Anyway, start the race. This is a spa race. It's an hour long and it's delicious. It comes in all flavours. This is the 3 wide. We've got an hour, kids. We've got an hour. Anyway, braking is beautiful and we all did it really well. Look at that. We're all gone round. Now, I am still side by side with the Lexus. Now, the setup that I went for, it's an hour long race. We did have to pit. I went for quite a safe option, as did that Lexus going up Rouge and Radeon. I cut that, probably ended up with a penalty, and now I'm going for the move of the minute as he swipes back in front of me, which was nearly a collision. Nearly. I'm like, nah, don't worry, mate, I'll take the inside. And down the inside I go, climb onto the curb with my bimmer and through. Back into P7, the scenes, the actual scenes. So the setup was a safe setup, and of course, always, Coach Dave. If you would like a Coach Dave setup, you can get plenty of them when you subscribe. And the link is in the description. You are all welcome. Anyway, I'm behind another bimmer. What of you? Now, first of the excuses for this race, I don't think the bimmer was the car, but I'm so used to it, I'm scared of trying anything else. I was slightly underpowered as the guy up there decides that parking here and watching the race is the view. Thankfully no one got hurt. Well, his front end was out on the track. I had great cornering, I felt really comfortable. This was a gold race, I believe, so we didn't have tyre warmers. That's why my TC is up a little higher for the first lap. But in terms of getting the tyres up to temperature, cornering was brilliant. However, speed was an issue. It didn't really have much. I couldn't go into more depth about this. I don't know where you were going there, mate, but going around the outside, there was no room at the end there, I'm afraid. As he goes back in and I'm like, stay there, think about what you've done, right? Yeah, so great everywhere else, but the straights it was slightly underpowered, and I thought maybe that'll help me with fuel. No. There's been another incident as them two are gently caressing each other. Let me tell you something. The World Organisation of Lobster ran out of lobster after this race. It was terrible. I've popped my TC back down to 2. Crazy, I know. Nearly getting a penalty there, but I was absolutely fine. As we've now bridged a bit of a gap between the Lamborghinis. These two decide that side by side it is the way to go. Can the bimmer overtake? No, the Lexus overtake the bimmer. Jesus, they look so similar from behind though, don't they? Doesn't get the move done, I'm afraid. That Lexus is a powerhouse. Anyway, it's a Sim Court episode and you'll find out in a little bit why. But this bit is just all quite lovely. As this LMP2 comes through, he had a slight collision in the beginning and now is working his way through. I think he was fine, but he does have an exclamation point next to his name, so I was a little bit scared. The Lamborghini's back, everyone, wave. This was the issue. I could get away from him in the corners as soon as it got a bit straight. See you later. Nope. And hopefully this time, he reconsiders going right round the outside. I hate it when people try and overtake here. And he did this like really weird thing. He came back over to me, see? And I was like, Jesus, dude, we would have hit. So I flashed him with my lights. I heard that. The only flashing that goes on in these videos with my lights, okay? Oh, that was weird. That was a weird cut, wasn't it? Anyway, we've now zoomed on forward to lap 5. Aren't we rapid? Hey? Dear Lord. I hope you're enjoying the narration, the commentary, because I've been told that I needed to bring it back, and I do apologise for it not appearing in my videos. I was accused of not really driving, and that's a penalty, and getting someone else to drive for me, which is hilarious. If I was going to put someone else in the car to drive, they would have more skill than me, as we can see quite clearly here. Yeah? Alright. But anyway, if you look behind, I'm being followed by gas. Oh, it was scary, man. I've never been chased down by gas before in my whole entire life. Ironically, he didn't smell at all. He smelled lovely. I was quite impressed with him. But he got very, very close to my rear end, which would make sense. He's gas. As he goes and tries to make a move, and I'm like, you're not doing that. That would have been a dive bomb, and that would have been -5 points. Okay? Gas, stay in your lane. Alright? Anyway, he gets a bit squiggly wiggly on the curb. Gas is not a curb crawler, apparently, but this is it that I'm like... I got no pace! And before you say I'm slow, no. 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 I was fine everywhere else. Lifted a bit because I didn't want to have a collision. And then, a bit while on... Sorry, I forgot what I did with the edit on this. A lap 8, everyone. There's squiggly wiggly business going on. So as you can see, I didn't really get that far sort of behind as gas goes for a move on the Lamborghini. And he's keeping his distance. Maybe at this point he smelled a little, I don't know. But that is the move for P7. And there's an aneurysm. Oh, that's terrible, but there's more aneurysms. Oh, that was nearly my front end. Riding on board with the purple car. It goes up a Rouge and Radion and has a self-murder. Listen, it happens to everyone, right? And this was stupid. Stupid. Honestly, the pair of you are at fault for that one. You both go to sim jail. Immediately. Anyway, this is my friend. My friend followed me all the way around Spa. Pretty much the whole entire race. I had a lovely time with him. And as he got closer and closer, I thought, well, the 8 does look rather nice. I'm not mad at P8. And I got to this point and I thought, yeah, this is it. Because I'm going to be underpowered and I'm going to be lovely at the corners. And I was ready to let go of P7. As he got closer and closer and closer, he also didn't have the power. So that means I've got the power. Anyway, we spent a long time together because he would catch up with me and then he also had no power. I don't know what you were doing. Idiot. I swear to God, this lobby, the LMP2s, you all need a wash. You all need summit, I tell you, because they're just... You'll see, but you're going to sim jail immediately. I might follow suit, don't worry. Anyway, look, me mates here. Look how much fuel he's got, well, energy he's got over me. That better be BOP'd on Tuesday, let me tell you. Right? Because that's just stupid. I'm not driving fast enough to lose all of that energy. So whether he was just hovering behind me and thought, you know what, I'm not even going to try with this girl, I'm just going to save fuel. I don't know, but he did spend a long time looking at my rear end. I might as well have opened an OnlyFans at this point, the amount of time he spent looking at my rear. I should have charged him. I really should. Anyway, he got overtaken by this. Is it Pagio or Peugeot? Peugeot? I like Peugeot in the Mercedes. I'm not gonna lie, Mr. Mercedes, you scared me a couple of times. Like for this, for example, nowhere near me, then goes, oh look, the inside. That's scary. Alright, now I've only got the one eye, okay? Alright, started to think about my pit stop because I'm running low. He's having a nosy. That's how he puts himself there. I don't know why, it just frightened me. I was like, he's going to dive at me at any point, isn't he? Look, he puts himself back there again. He's trying to scare me and it's bloody working. Rude. Calling the police. Although, I think the blue of the Mercedes does look quite nice. So I was half like, oh, that's a nice colour. And half like, maybe I should watch what I'm doing. Anyway, this guy, he's going through now. Bye. Bloody annoying things. Anyway, I don't know what happened. I don't know if he got back through. I don't know. No, I don't think he did. I don't know what. No, he pitted. He pitted. And then my friend was back behind me again with 11% more energy than me. But we are coming in. Look at this for skill into the pit lane. I'm not going to subject you to the pit stop, but we came out in P9. Now, ladies and germs, I'm going to need your help. This is now Sim Court. It's in action and it's ready. I'm going to go over that. Just about get away with that. Behind me is my friend. And I want you to look at this and decide whether who was at fault. So he come up the rear, that's what she said, and I wasn't ready for where he was putting himself and thought nothing more of it. Here's another guy who's being quite patient. He decides to stop on the corner. What reason do you ask? He's a knob handle. A knob handle, okay? So he's flashing me. For what reason? I didn't get out of your way immediately. That's not for me to do. You have to overtake safely. Goes back through again, lifts off, and parks his car right there. So it became immediate to me that this guy would like some airtime. So here you are, my friend. Here it is. You're driving in all its glory. I'm so excited to share it with everyone. I'm so excited. Look, it goes down the left-hand side where there's no room. Then backs off. Then dive bombs. And doesn't get back on the power. And I crash into him. That's terrible. Oh, Hon needs to go to sim jail immediately. He's back again, everyone. Wave. There's dive bomb number 1. There we go. And guess what he does again? Oh, that's how you do it. He's side by side with us, makes a bit of contact, gets ahead, squiggly wiggles, brakes, and I go into the back of him. I mean, what must it be like to be in your head? Hits me, and then the piece of resistance is here, ladies and germs. He goes down again. I'm just like dodging, brakes, and I slam back into him. And then he hits me off. Well, you've made it in life, my love. And for anyone questioning, well, we need to see his POV. Don't you worry. So I went back to look at his race, and this guy had just pit and had been leading his category. That guy died. R.I.P. Now he's now coming back through. Don't know what he was doing there. to lap the guys who I believe were ahead of me. But they pit, so they were behind me at this point. So I'd made up some positions, I believe. Now, I thought I was the only one to be touched inappropriately by this gentleman. However, here's the yellow Porsche. I don't know my colours. Yellow Porsche, I believe. It's probably green. I'm colourblind. He goes to lap this guy. Now, these guys have had nothing to do with each other all race. Don't know why you're over there. That's a bit silly. There's been no incident between them at all. As far as I'm aware, the Porsche head did everything fine. So he goes to lap the Porsche, slows right down to go back side by side for some weird reason, and then slows off and starts weaving and causes a crash. I thought he only loved me. Oh, his onboard view. So when you look at it from his onboard view, I thought maybe I'd blocked him and that's why he was angry with me, but I didn't. I just stayed on my line. Then when I noticed he was there, I was like, oh, I'll leave you room. I mean, I don't know what else or what I did to upset this poor little man, but he then stopped here on the curb. He's like, oh, my time to shine. Here it is. She has a content creator badge and I'm going to be in her video and I'm excited. Look, now he's lifting off because obviously his car's faster than mine, isn't bloody LMP2. Follows me round, goes down the inside, and then I thought, oh, maybe he's had enough. Nope, he slows down. Don't know if he tried to go for a hit there. To me, it felt like he went to try and crash me off. So I'm like, oh, good. This is what we've got here. What a lovely man. Anyway, he's going to dive bomb in, and this is the first. I don't even know what you're doing at that point. You're just being an idiot. But he dives, and you'll notice he doesn't get back on the power on the racing line, and I've just hit him. To be honest, I don't really care. At that point, I was like, mate, you've just sacked yourself off, haven't you? These poor guys around me must have been cacking themselves because they've obviously seen what's been going on. They've witnessed it with two other cars and thought, oh my God. They're just like, no, 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 no. But he goes through and it doesn't cause any incident with them. Hatches back up with me and my beautiful livery. What a sight to behold. And decides, oh, I'm going to annoy her some more. I'm guessing this is a kid. Like, it must be. A grown man or woman could not have been wasting their time about this much. Like, they've literally lost the race because of this. They were leading the race and instead they wanted 5 minutes with me. I charge for 5 minutes with me. Thank you very much. I will send you the bill in the post. You touched me there. That's lobster. Right, so that's 5 minutes and lobster. In all seriousness, I did think that LMU had quite a grip on this now, and stuff like this wouldn't happen anymore. It will, unfortunately. Drivers like him will just drive like idiots and not care. But what I will say is the majority of the time, when there's been any incidents that I've reported, they've been looked into and the right outcome has come to it. I did report him and I'm waiting to hear back the outcome from it. Final lap! I've been caught up by Mercedes. I'm now in P10 because it lost me so much time. I would have been looking at about a P6 and that's how much I lost. But my friend's here. Hey Mercedes. It was a lovely battle, but as I had seen from previous laps, my pace on this back straight was not it. And as we can see, the beautiful Mercedes, who was a gentleman by the way, thanked me for the racing. Lovely man. Highly recommend him. He got past. So in the end, and as you can see, I'm running out of fuel as well. Maths, everyone. Maths. I don't do it. I don't recommend. We came home with P11. P6 was probably on the cards, and that was the best we could do in the end. It's very frustrating, situations like this. People make mistakes. I can understand that people get angry, but seriously, this has no place in sim racing. Let me know in the comments, what did I do? Did I do something wrong that could have prompted that? Do you think he deserves to be banned? Do you think he deserves to go to sim jail? Please make sure to like and subscribe for more delicious Le Mans Ultimate on this average channel. Thank you so much for watching.